I see. I am Batman. Average Sniper.
What's up, guys? Average Sniper here, and welcome to another PUBG Xbox video. And today, I have two questions for you guys, alright? So, my first question is, what is your favorite thing about PUBG? There's so many different things about PUBG that could be your favorite thing, and I'm going to talk about mine in a little bit, but I really love to hear you guys' opinion. And I just want to know what your favorite thing about PUBG is. And my second question is, do you think PUBG is going to survive 2019? And what I mean by survive is survive all the newer optimized Battle Royale games that are coming out, Call of Duty and Battlefield 5. Is that going to take PUBG out of the picture? What do you guys think? My last video about PUBG Xbox, I asked you guys if you would still play PUBG, and most of you said yes, you will still be playing PUBG. But there was a huge amount of people that said, no, I'm going to be moving over to Call of Duty Blackout or Battlefield 5 Firestorm. So there's already a lot of people that are ready for something new or upset with the optimization in PUBG Xbox or whatever. But what I'm asking you guys now is not whether you're going to keep playing or not, or whether you think the game is going to survive. Leave it in the comments, guys. What's your favorite thing about PUBG? And do you think PUBG is going to survive the year 2019? Will it still be a thing a year from now? Or will it be that game that people just say started it all? Alright guys, so I'm going to tell you what my favorite thing about PUBG is. And I can't wait to read the comments and see what your favorite thing is, because there's so many different things. But my favorite thing about PUBG is how it plays out like a story. Almost like watching an episode of a TV show. You never know what's going to happen, and the ending could leave you with a cliffhanger, wanting more, or it could leave you very satisfied with that chicken dinner. So look at that, head-on collision, hardly lose any health. And in the intro, I died because I ran into an invisible wall or a pebble or something. But okay, sorry, I'm just ranting about that because it really pissed me off. God. Yeah, my favorite thing about PUBG is how it can play out like a TV show. And what I mean by that is that obviously, you know, there's not too many different things that can happen if you think of it from like a limited perspective where you're either gonna win or you're gonna lose. That's the only two things that could happen. True. Those are the only two things that could possibly happen. But in between that winning or losing, there's a lot of other things that could happen. You know, the amazing things that could happen. You could get crazy headshot kills. You could get in some kind of crazy car crash. You could parachute down and kill 10 people right off the bat. Like that probably won't happen, but it could. You never know. You never know. And that's my favorite thing about PUBG is some of the crazy stuff that happens when you're playing this game. Whether you're playing for the win or whether you're just playing to get kills, crazy stuff can happen. Like right here, there is a 3-man buggy chase going on. I saw a buggy chasing another buggy, so I decided to join in and chase one of the buggies. That is one of my favorite things to do in this game is get into car crashes. I guess my favorite thing overall is, you know, what's gonna happen, and one of my favorite things to do would be getting in crazy car chases, because that is just I don't know, there's just something about getting in car chases that is very satisfying for me. The thrill of knowing that the person in front of you is running away, and that just pumps you up even more, thinking, okay, I'm gonna get this kill on this guy. And then, of course, another one of my favorite things is being able to play this game in squads with my friends, man. Sometimes the craziest stuff ever happens when we're in squads. Like there was this one time where I was driving a car really fast and we started to lose control and it started to flip in and crashing, and I knew we were all gonna die, so I was like, fuck it, I'll jump out of the car and just, you know, see what happens. So I jump out of the car. Split second later, the car smashes a wall, blows up, everybody in the car dies. I thought I was dead too, but apparently I had like a sliver of health, and I was just standing there, and I was like, oh my god, I'm alive. So I literally killed my teammates and stayed alive in the car, but the way it happened was so funny. I'm going to remember that for a long time. So it's just the things that can happen when you're playing with other people in this game. That's one of my favorites, playing with friends. You know, my most favorite, like I said, is just what's going to happen in the game. That's why I like the game so much. And there's a whole bunch of little sub favorites, if you will, that can happen while you're in the game. So I guess those would be like my favorite things to do, as opposed to my favorite thing about this game. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys have to say. Now, let's talk a little bit about the second question, and that is, do you think PUBG is going to survive the year 2019? Now, PUBG has been out for almost 2 years now. In March of 2019, it will be 2 years since they did the early release on PC. And in December of this year, it'll be 1 year since they did the early release on Xbox. And this game is now out of the early access stages on both PC and Xbox, and it still runs like shit. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Look at that, another invisible wall that just took over half of my health. You know, this kind of stuff should not be happening anymore in the full release. Now I get it, every game is gonna have some kind of bugs, but these types of battle royale games need to be very, very careful about what bugs are in them, because how annoying is it when you spend 20-25 minutes, you know, just looting and killing people to get to that final circle, to get to that chicken dinner, and something stupid like an invisible pebble in the road literally kills you or takes so much of your health that the next bump or the next guy that shoots at you gets a one-shot kill. I mean, come on now. Come on, that's crazy. And that's just one of the bugs. There are so many incredibly stupid bugs in PUBG, and that's why I'm asking you if you guys think it's going to survive. It's not like a game that's like Battlefield where it's like, is it still going to be popular? Because, you know, Battlefield and Call of Duty, the bugs get worked out and they turn into great games. You know, not everybody likes them, but they are great games, and they pretty much tend to stay that way. And some of the best ones stick around forever. Like, people are still playing Battlefield 4, which is, like, in my opinion, which is one of the best Battlefields past like 2011 that they made, you know. And man, I cannot believe that people are still playing some of those games that are like 4 and 5 years old now. And that's what I'm asking you about PUBG. Is this going to be one of these games that 4-5 years down the road, now let's say 2 or 3 years down the road from now, because that'll be about between 4 and 5 years old, 2 or 3 years down the road from now, is anybody still going to be playing this on PC or console? I mean, we're mainly talking about Xbox right now. I just need to know what you guys think about this. Personally, I think we're always going to remember PUBG as being the game that kind of kicked off the Battle Royale genre. Now, I know that PUBG wasn't the first Battle Royale, but PUBG was the first Battle Royale that was like internationally popular. Everybody knew what it was. At one point in time, it was the most played game on Steam, and it was the most streamed game on Twitch. So this game has definitely broken some records, but are people still going to be playing it is what I'm asking. Are we just going to remember it as that game, that PUBG game that we had so much fun in, but we got so mad about because of the bugs and the crap that you had to deal with to play it, especially on Xbox where you can get in gunfights and drop down to like 5 frames per second. How bad is that? You know, what's going to happen? What game are we going to be playing 2 or 3 years in the future where we just look back at PUBG as a memory and be like, oh, I'm not going to play that, but we'll talk about it. That game was super fun, but it was super annoying at the same time. You know what I mean, guys? That's what I want to know. Is this going to be one of those games? Are we still going to be playing it, or are we just going to be talking about it with our friends and passing and pleasant and unpleasant memories? I think, and no hate for the game, I love PUBG. You guys know I love PUBG. You know, I've got so many subscribers on my channel from PUBG, and I'm so thankful for that. But everybody's got to move on eventually, and it'll probably be quite a while before I move on from PUBG. But I do not see myself still playing this game two or 3 years down the road from now. You know, I just don't. I think there's going to be something much better. Who knows if it's going to be Battlefield, Call of Duty, or something crazy that none of us even expect could just pop out of nowhere, kind of like PUBG did. It just kind of popped out of nowhere. I mean, we saw some big YouTubers covering it. You know, I saw Jack Frags playing it. The first video I ever saw of PUBG was before it even came out. It was in the alpha stages, and only some of like the bigger YouTubers and some random people got to play it. And you know, Jack Frags was like, man, this game is so good, and this and that. And back then I had just started getting into battle royales. I was playing a lot of H1Z1, pretty much no life in H1Z1, and that was like the only battle royale, you know, that I played. It was really the only one around, other than like I forget the name. There was like one other one, but H1Z1, Arma had a battle royale mode. H1Z1 was like super popular at that point in time. Then I started seeing videos about Battlegrounds, and the main thing I noticed is like you could aim down sights instead of H1Z1 where you could not aim down sights. And I was like, man, this looks awesome. This looks like, you know, Battlefield, you know, in a battle royale type of mode, and it kind of is. And the fact that you can play it in third person and first person also attracted me, because H1Z1 was only third person, so I was looking for something that was like, you know, a cross in between, and PUBG was it. Well, I look forward to reading you guys' comments. I hope you liked the video. Like and subscribe if you want to see more. Later, everybody.